Hello, in this video we will solve the exercise that we have that says write a Python program that calculates the average score of a student. This program is a little bit tricky, but before I get to that trick, let's just see what other requirements we have. The program should have a function called average score. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy that. That takes a student's name and several scores as arguments and print out the student's name with the average score. Note, here it is. The number of scores is vary from a student to another. Okay, so that means that I might have a student has 3 scores. I need to calculate the average for the 3 scores. I might have a student that has 10 scores. I need to calculate the average for the students with the 10 scores. All right, let's go ahead and define that. So obviously from this note over here, I can tell this function needs some type of variable arguments. Okay, so let's go ahead over here and just define my function. Okay, I'm going to define my function, and the function name is average score. So what is it going to take? It's going to take the student's name as an argument, and this one is required at this point. Okay, this one is going to require, they're going to be required, and this one is going to be the variable, and I can call it scores. Okay, so again, the students, one of the students might have 1 score, my students have 2 or 3 scores, it depends. Okay, so and this function is just gonna basically print, it's not gonna return anything. Okay, because it says over in the description it should print. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna print the name of the student. Okay, I'm gonna say print between parentheses name, and here I'm gonna say plus. Take a look here because I want to have the score printed as the follow. Okay, double quotation, single quotation, names, average score is, here you go. Okay, I now printed the student's name. I need to calculate the average and print it out. Okay, so to calculate the average, I need to calculate the sum first. Okay, I'm going to say sum. This is going to take care of the scores. I'm going to add the score to each other. I'm going to say for I n scores. Okay, remember, I might have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 100. So as long as I have some scores over here or values in here, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to say sum plus equal I. That's it. So this is going to give me at the end, calculate the sum, put them all together. Now I need to print the average. Okay, I am going to just print the average over here, and I'm going to say the average is going to be the sum divided by what? By the number of scores I have. Where is it located at? At scores. Well, can I say the length of scores? Yes, I can. Okay, and then it's going to be printed out, and that's it. Now let me call, this is the function is done. Now let me call it in the main. I'm not going to ask the user to input numbers or scores and names. I'm just going to call it with hard-coded names. Okay, so I'm going to say average scores, first one with Jack as the student's name, and the scores are 10, 20, 30. And the other time I'm going to call it for Mike, and I'm going to give him 2 scores, 25 and 35. Okay, and let's run the program and let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so it gave me Jack's average score is 20. That makes sense. Yeah, that's the average of these 3 numbers. And Mike's average score is 30. Yes, that's the average of 25 and 35. As you can see over here, I called the function over here with different number of arguments. And in both cases worked because I defined my function with one of the arguments or one of the parameters is required, which is name, and the other one is variable. Okay, the other one is variable, and that's it. And I want you to practice this as well. This is a very important example.